Paul Murrell Show. I'm your host, Paul. Welcome to the jinkiest show on the internet, which it is, which it's supposed to be. We're going through the process of learning how to make videos. I'm learning how to edit in DaVinci Resolve, work in Ableton Live. So it's a lot. There's a lot of things going on. Learning to do the thumbnails, learning OSB so we can do lives, so I can join some chats, which we have in works, hopefully in the future, to be joining some live chats, talking about some things, maybe outside of crypto too, get into some other things. So if you're seeing these early episodes, the few people that are, just know that this is a process, that we're going to get this thing a little more interesting and a little more fun to watch. But I want to document the record of my process here. So let's get into it. I want to define the show, what it's about. I know the first couple episodes were heavy into crypto, which is a central theme of what I'm doing here. It's an important tool to my overall strategy. And this show is about my overall strategy, which is to develop as a person, to improve my life overall, not just financially, which is, of course, important. I find that in my life, money solves like 97% of my problems, right? So money is important to my happiness. Money is an important thing for my overall success. So yeah, it's going to be, we're going to talk a lot about that. And I love crypto. I love the technology. We're going to talk about that later too. Some other ways of making money in crypto, which I think is important besides investing. The market is volatile right now. I know there's like this attitude that we gotta all be positive, we all gotta be bullish all the time, but that's just not me. I'm an honest guy. I'll always give you my honest opinions on things. And right now, I think it's dangerous to be investing in crypto. So I'm not. Again, I want to get back to defining the show. So this show is about overall character, personal, financial development. I'm not a spiritual guy. So if you came here for spiritual development, again, you're just in the wrong space. It's just not me. I know that kind of sets me off from a lot of people. I think about 95% of the people I meet relate to a spirituality on some level. Even if it's not in the traditional big three, they identify with other spiritual connections, and I just don't, and that's just me. It gives me anxiety, so I don't need it, so I don't subscribe to that. And that's not to offend any of you out there that are spiritual. I realize I'm kind of putting myself on an island by saying that, but that's just the honest truth, and I always want to be honest on my show. So it's not, I strongly believe in your right to believe in anything you want. That's part of being American. It's what America was founded on. The colonies were escaping religious prosecution from the crown. And so, yeah, part of being American is allowing other people to believe whatever they want. And I'm a strong believer in that. So I have my own beliefs, you have yours. It's not what the show's about, but nothing exists in a bubble, so we can't talk about one thing without sometimes crossing into other issues. And we're going to talk about other issues. So if I offend you, I'm really sorry. It was your choice to watch. So something we haven't talked about too much, we've only talked about crypto, is the personal development. I've started a weight loss program. I'm going to label this watch this guy lose 100 pounds. And that is the goal here. I've got a medically supervised diet going on. I'm on day 2. I actually, I went and saw the doctor on Thursday and got the diet plan, but they want to do weekly follow-ups. So I officially started on Monday yesterday. And so this is day 2, but I've been following the diet pretty closely since Thursday. I don't own a scale, so I don't know. I know what I weighed in at the doctor's, and I don't own a scale. I'm going to go out right now after work today and get a scale. I'm going to get a USB mic. I'm going to get a USB webcam too, and upgrade some of the hardware for my show. And I'll continue to bring you the best even though we're starting from scratch. We got nothing to lose. So, again, I'm not going to make the show all about weight loss, but it is part of it. It's part of feeling better and overall health, getting off blood pressure medications, getting off of cholesterol medications. That's important to me. And I want some new clothes. So I'm going to lose 100 pounds, and stay tuned. You'll be able to watch that on a daily or semi-daily update. We'll talk about it a little bit. So yeah, this isn't just about investing in crypto and Lamborghinis. This is about taking my life from where it's at today and trying to improve it and trying to live my best life. So with that being said, let's move on. Had a conversation, or I guess we were just chatting on a YouTube video clip talking about Americans that travel abroad and their behaviors. And, you know, my knee-jerk reaction was to come to everyone's defense and tell you guys what a great bunch of people we are here in America, and tell you about our beautiful cities and tell you about all the great things going on here. And then I realized I can't. There's just so many, we're just such a different collection of people that I feel like I don't really fit into any groups. I kind of fear groups in general. Any groups just make bad decisions sometimes. An idea is thrown out and everyone agrees upon it because everyone else is agreeing upon it, and no one stops to think about what it really all means, and that's how bad decisions can get started. So I fear groups. It's probably why I don't like religion too. I just don't like groups of people. They just seem to do horrible things. I digress. What were we talking about? Defending the people abroad. So I can't do it. I can only speak for myself. I don't identify with one particular group. I have both liberal opinions and I have conservative opinions. You know, I believe in equality for all, which makes you a liberal. I don't know why that's a liberal idea, but apparently if you're going to label it, if you believe that all people are created equal and the law should apply evenly to all people, then you're a liberal. But I also believe in taking responsibility for yourself, not depending on the government. I think the government's bad at solving problems. I think it's horribly inefficient. Those are conservative ideas, I suppose. Go back to Ronald Reagan, he'd tell you government's terrible at solving problems. I believe in balancing my checkbook and only spending the money that I have and not borrowing, which again could be considered a conservative view. But I don't identify with either groups. I think they're both part of the same coin, right? That oppresses poor people. And since I'm broke, if I identify with a group of people, it's the poor. But I'm certainly not living the life of some poor people. Which gets into, again, back to personal development. I mean, all my actions have gotten me to where I am at. Nothing in life was done to me specifically. Where there are groups of people in this country where the system is set up to do things to them, to keep them down, to keep them oppressed. Again, I'm not going to get into it right now, but if you're smart, you know what I'm talking about. So, but that's not me. I've had plenty of advantages that I've squandered. I've made a lot of bad decisions. It's why you should not take financial advice from me, because I don't make good decisions. We're trying to improve on that. That's what this show is about making better decisions in life. But up to this point, I haven't done a spectacular job of that, so stay tuned. So I can't defend Americans. I can't stand up for rednecks and yahoos, and I'm not I love my country because I was born here. I suppose if I was born in another country, I would love that country. I think nationalism is kind of a farce. But yeah, I do love America. I love the Constitution. It's an incredible document. I think our founding fathers were way ahead of their time in thinking. So I am a patriot, but I'm not a Yahoo. I'm not going to go and fly my flag, but I will respect it, right? Carrying on, I wanted to get into talking about helium, HNT, and helium mining. We're going to do some more research on this, but it sounds like a really interesting avenue where the helium miner is a device that we all could own, and it runs on like $1 a month or $5 a month of electricity, uses up a small amount of your bandwidth on your internet, and provides a network, the people's network, so they can use their Internet of Things, their dog locators and parking spot locators, and it does all these GPS functions. And instead of having to tie it into a data package, they're going to have all of us create the network, right? And you, of course, earn HNT for doing so. I've watched a few videos on this, and I actually have an associate that has his Bobcat 300. That's one of the miners. Kind of looks like a router. Plugs in the wall, plugs into your internet connection, and then you have a small antenna. The Bobcat comes with one. Again, it's not a product review. So, but I know the Bobcat is going to be the unit I think I'm going to be after. And you plug it in, it hooks up to the blockchain, and it provides a network for their Internet of Things devices. And you can earn okay, so I haven't earned any, so I don't know. But you can earn, according to the program, to the videos I've watched, you can earn a substantial amount of HNT by providing this network service for the Helium network. It depends, it's all on location, right? So you have to be able to hook up to other nodes, to other hotspots, they call them. And you got to be pretty close. So there's already a map. If you go to the Helium, I think it's called Explorer, helium.explorer.com, you can look up your location. You can see the HNT networks around you, hotspots around you, and you can use that to decide whether or not this would be something good for you. In my case, I currently live kind of far out in the desert. There are a couple hotspots around. I don't know if the antenna that comes with the Bobcat would reach it. So a lot of people suggest buy 2 Bobcats, and then if you got to have them 300 meters apart, like if you could put them at your neighbor's house, and if they can talk to each other, then you're going to earn a substantially more HNT than you would if you just have one miner out there. So if you have one miner, you're going to probably earn, what I've been told, is 1 HNT a week, which is like $10 a week, right? At the current price, I think it's like around $11. But again, when we there's going to be a halving. Another important thing to know. I know we're kind of just flying through this helium thing. We're going to come back to it though, so we'll come back with some more analytics and some more token analysis and all of that, because I know you guys want to talk about TA. But just to give you an overview of what we're working on and where we're going, this looks like a really promising project. This is a way that potentially you could be earning to, or I can be. It's not about what you're doing. This show's about what I'm doing. I could be earning maybe $600, $800, $1,000, maybe more. We're going to talk about how I'm possibly earning even more a month passively, regardless of the market, regardless of what Bitcoin is doing, by mining. It seems really economically and environmentally friendly. It's a small amount of energy, and it provides an actual service, which I love. I just won't invest in shit coins. I'm not going to invest in pump and dumps. We'll do a small episode on what pump and dumps is. It's been covered too. There's a lot of great information about pump and dump, but essentially with pump and dump, you have to be on the inside. You either have to be a venture capitalist, a YouTube influencer, or a VIP member, a friend or a boyfriend of the developers. You got to be on the inside ring. If you are not, you are at a high risk of taking the dump and being the one that pays them all the earnings. It happens all the time. You can see it in the charts. We all know what those tokens are. Well, actually, we don't all know what those tokens are. That's an important thing that we talk about. Real projects, things that aren't out just to hurt people. I won't invest in projects that are, at the end of the day, are just out to hurt people. It's not in my personality. It's not who I am. I'm not here to get rich quick. I'm here to build a portfolio over a long period of time. I'm looking at a 5-year, 20 years. I have a job. I have 2 jobs, so I don't need to get rich tomorrow. I don't even ever need to sell. I have never sold any crypto, so I've never taken any losses. I know we're getting off a topic about Helium. I'm going to turn it around. I just wanted to throw that out there, though, that this is never going to be a shill show. I'm never going to tell you to buy into coin. I'm just trying to provide good entertainment. You just sit back and relax and watch what I do and see if it works. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, now you know what not to do. It's as simple as that. This is not financial advice. But back to this Helium network, right? So I kind of described what it was like to have 1 unit, or if you could do 2 units with the regular antenna. It's like a 4 decibel antenna. Now, if you buy a bigger antenna, if you buy a 5-meter antenna, now you have a larger range. You can connect to more hotspots and get more witnesses. And the more witnesses you have, the larger the HNT payout. And I have a location in mind where I think I can put up a 5-meter tower and connect my Bobcat to it. And it's not that far from downtown, and there's lots of hot spots around that I think I can witness with, and I think it would be a real nice way to make some passive income. And so, again, the HNT gets paid out to you, to your HNT wallet, and from there you can transfer it to an exchange. We talked about Voyager. Voyager doesn't trade, I don't believe, in HNT, but crypto.com does. And I do have a crypto.com wallet already. It's one of the other exchanges I use. I have 3 or 4 exchanges, and I use TD Ameritrade for my mutual funds, for my traditional finance. So I've already got the crypto.com wallet set up, and then so you get it from your miner. Miner goes to your HNT wallet, and then you transfer the HNT into your crypto.com wallet or your Binance wallet or your Coinbase wallet, I think is also a very commonly used avenue. And then you can trade it, sell it, buy it, hodl it on the market. And if you look at HNT in the charts too, it's done really well through this cycle of trading sideways and dips and all that. It seems to hold pretty well. And it has a halving, which means they're going to reduce the supply by half on August 1st. You can't even get a miner right now. If I had bought it today, you can't even have it until 20 weeks. So I'm going to miss the halving. We'll see. I might buy some HNT before the halving, just to have in my HODL portfolio, a small amount, nothing crazy. Again, I'm going to do some more research on it. Before I do anything, I'm going to do some more research, my own research. I think, again, that's so important, that don't listen to what other people are saying. Yeah, maybe you get a spark, you get an idea from someone, but from there, do your own research. Don't just take things at face value. The YouTube crypto space is filled with people that get allocations from coins to make videos telling you that they're great projects. And you have to know that. If you don't know that and you're watching these at face value, you're going to get tricked into pump and dump scams. So I'm not here to roast any crypto YouTube influencers. There's another guy that does that. He does a great job at it. He's a lot smarter than me, and it's just not in my personality. I'm not that mean. But you got to know who they are going into it when you're watching their shows. I watch their shows. I watch the technical analysis, played on the piano on BitBoy, and it was fantastic. He related it to music theory, which is, I am a huge music nerd. I play guitar, I play a little piano. I do everything, by the way. We'll talk more about me later, but I do absolutely everything. I don't do any of it well, but, you know, I golf, I bowl, I ski, I snowboard, I can swim, I can sail. I just go on and on. I make knives. I do leather work. I do oil painting. On and on. I do everything. But I don't do any of it well. So now I lost my train of thought. I have to rewind and go back. So yeah, we're talking about not roasting YouTube, crypto YouTube influencers. It's just not me. It's not what I'm going to do. So moving on. And then, like I said, there's one of my favorite crypto YouTube influencers, guru, healer. He does a great job at it, and he tells the truth, and his honesty is second to none. And you just don't see that out there in the space. Yeah, it's hard to find good information from an honest source. It's probably why he's only got a couple 1,200 subscribers, which is, again, substantially more than me. But again, I'm not even trying to put my channel out there yet. I'm just trying to learn how to make videos and go through the experience and have a documented record. So, you know, when we're on episode 500, you can come back to this and look at it, see the beginnings. But again, if you're one of the few people that are watching this now, just know that, again, I alluded to this earlier, that there's a growing curve, there's a learning curve here. I just ask, you know, stay tuned, drop a comment. You know, you can always drop a comment if you think suggestions, thoughts, advice. So anyway, we were talking about HNT. Really interesting, passive income. The interesting thing about buying a Bobcat is you have to do it with USDC, the United States dollar coin. You have to make a crypto transaction, which I've never done. So I think if you're going to be in the crypto market, you better buy something with crypto. So I think I'll make a video about that. I'm going to do some more research into the Helium network, into HNT. I got to talk to my people about putting up a 5-meter tower in their backyard and paying for their internet. And if I can do that, and if I think I can reach enough hotspots, I think I'm going to do it. We're going to get an order in. We'll make a video about how I made my Bobcat purchase. I know there's other videos out there that do just that, but there seems to be a lot of confusion on how to do that, and I'm excited to make my first crypto purchase. So stay tuned for that. With that, I am going to wrap up this episode. There's a lot more to talk about. I got a lot more stuff on my mind, but I want to get this out there. I want to make another thumbnail. I want to work in Resolve and see if we can't do some more editing and clean up the look of the show. Again, I'm going to Best Buy today. I'm going to get a USB mic. I'm going to get a USB camera. I think I already mentioned all that. I have to edit this. Anyway, we're going to improve everything. Everything's on the up and up. You know, this is only, you know, my first week. So I'm happy to be making content. I'm happy to be talking about things that I'm passionate about. And I'm on this journey now, and that feels great. You know, when you wake up and you got something to think about, something to look forward to, something to work on, that just drives me. That's how I am. I like to be busy. I like to have something to do. And again, you know, doing the work's just not a problem for me. It's just having the right focus, having someone tell you, you know, just do this, you know, shut up and follow these directions and you'll get what you want. So till the next video, thanks for watching. Like it if you like it, thumbs down it if you don't. I don't really care, but I'd really love a subscription. Spending time is more important than your likes, but it helps with the algorithm. You know, big plans for the future of the show. Again, it's gonna get better. Stay tuned. We're gonna cover a lot of different things, but for now, peace.